welcome to the Witching Hour podcast, the show where four nerdy friends talk pop culture and fantasy things they love. I'm Sam.
I'm Lexi.
I'm Vanna.
I'm Fawkes.
And welcome to the 6th episode. Oh, it's the first time I flubbed the intro. Well, you know, at least it didn't happen on the first try, I guess.
Yeah.
Put in the compilation. There's going to be many more to come.
I will say that I am excited for today because we are doing another D&D episode.
Yes.
Which is, you know, my favorite, Fox's favorite, leeching to be everybody's favorite.
It gets forced to be in it, I'm sorry.
So we're going to start with talking about characters that a few of us built for a 2-sentence prompt, and then the others are going to build their character for the 2-sentence prompt on stream. So we're going to go and teach you and talk about how to build a character in D&D. Does anyone have the prompt? Because I did forget to, pull it up.
I knew it was something about...
actually, I think I remember it.
Markets shops in the city are being robbed.
And the Thieves Guild wants to find out who's behind it.
Yeah.
I remembered it. As soon as I was like, wait, I know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah. All the magic shops are being robbed, and the Thieves Guild wants to find out who's behind it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
magic shops across the city have been robbed.
Yeah.
Thieves Guild wants to find out.
So,
chill. We're on top of this. Woo!
I mean, some of us are on top of some things, some of us are on top of other things, and some of us are just...
I'm blonde and I got my hair done today, so, that's...
Some of us exist, guys. Some of us just have to exist.
So, because Fawkes went a little crazy and built 2 characters...
I did.
I'm going to talk about my single character first. Because I think I'll also be faster than Fawkes.
You will.
My concept of character after Fawkes.
Oh, absolutely. We'll do your concept of
Fawkes.
character and then building Vanna's character.
Okay.
Wait, hold on one sec. Fawkes, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Our Pepsi drinkers. I have juice.
Hey, but it's a blue container.
That's true, I matched. Okay, so the character that I built is Ellie Lightwind. She is a halfling, and she's level 6. But what's very fun and unique about her, and what really plays into my concept for her, is that she is both a bard and a rogue.
Very nice.
So she is a little bard and rogue. And her whole reason that she's in town is that her specialty is finding out information. Because as a bard, she performs, so she's either the center of attention, or because she's a rogue, super stealthy, and you don't even know she's there. And that's my
very nice
basic concept for her. At level 6, her passive perception is 18.
Damn.
Because I put absolutely everything into her dex and charisma. She has a negative to her strength, so she is little and not strong, and I think it's adorable, and I kind of want to play her now, just to be very sneaky small person.
Weed her into your campaign, it'll be fine.
It might be because I have small girl envy, but we won't get into that in this episode. That's a whole nother topic.
We'll talk about her insecurities in one.
She does have one magic item that I found and I was really, really intrigued by. So I gotta read it. Because she has the Ring of Mind Shielding. While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. Skipping down a little bit. If you die while wearing this ring, your soul enters it unless it already houses another soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in this ring, you can telepathically communicate with the creature wearing it, and the wearer can't prevent this telepathic communication.
Ooh.
So people can't read her mind, tell if she's lying, or any of those things. And in her ring is her mentor's soul. So still telling her how to do things and training her from the ring. And I have it where it's like a line of them who are trained in this particular bard rogue art of information gathering, and that you wear the ring. And so if she was in a position where she was like on the verge of dying, her mentor's soul would move on and hers would enter it, so she would teach the next person.
Gotcha.
So that's
really cool.
So she is there to figure out who was stealing stuff and was an elite hire by the Thieves Guild. So that's my character.
Very nice.
What's so funny, Lexi?
Nothing yet.
Oh, no.
Nothing yet, and yet
Lexi,
she's
are you
laughing.
sure you don't want to go first?
I can go next. Yes,
I was like,
you.
can we just let you talk? Yeah.
I thought about this for a while. I was looking over the different races, and none of them were really just hitting that good spot of what I wanted.
Oh.
So I decided that my character is just a dog. He's just a normal looking fucking dog. He has very low wisdom, high dexterity because he's a cute pupperino, but he is one of the people investigating the robberies, but he's real bad at his job. Like, he stumbles into crime scenes. He's just like, oh, look, there's fingerprints. Touches the thing with the fingerprints. Like, I got it. Like, picks it up with his mouth. Like, that's the kind of dumb detective dog I want it to be. But
Ellie,
there's not a dog setting.
Ellie would use you as a distraction. She'd be like, oh, that thing's over there being dumb? Well, now I'm going to take advantage of this and go sneak around.
I know there isn't it's the Thieves Guild, but I was thinking in the realm of, like, a police officer or something, and I got just a little hat
like
on
McGruff?
top of my little...
Like the officer dog McGruff?
That's amazing.
You just want to be McGruff, the dog?
I just want to be an officer dog, and I just want to stumble into stuff. I want to, like, make very obviously poor decisions on the investigation, but I take my job seriously because I'm a good boy. It's kind of the idea and concept. My guy came up with it.
Literally,
and I'm like, that's
McGruff
perfect.
the crime dog.
Yeah, but, like, on all four legs. Like, a golden retriever corgi type mix, like a small dog with, like, a higher ranking, but the only reason he got the ranking is because he's got high charisma and everyone loves him, so they've just been promoting him even though he's so bad at the job. That's my idea. I was thinking, like, originally I was just thinking druid for his class because I was thinking dog, druid, but I just don't know a lot about the other ones to decide anything else. So that's...
McGruff the crime dog, okay.
You got good dog.
That's amazing.
You do good dog.
Got yourself a good boy.
Oh,
He's a good pupperino. What can I say? We puppers here, hard.
Good pupperino. Gotta have the good pupperino.
All right, Fawkes,
Completely agree.
our character building fanatic.
Hello.
Tell us
Hello.
about your boys.
So, the first one that I made is Varric Ignis. He is a Fire Ganassi monk in the Way of the Shadow. I made him this way because the idea of a Fire Ganassi using fire and punching you just seems so amazing. The Way of the Shadow is actually, you get spells if you spend your key points, which is, like, he can have Minor Illusion, Darkness, Dark Vision, Pass Without a Trace, and Silence. So... And then he has this other awesome power where he can use Shadow Step, which means when you are in dim light or darkness, as a bonus action, you can teleport up to 60 feet in an unoccupied space, so long as it is in dim light or darkness. And you have advantage on your first melee attack against someone before the end of your turn.
Sounds really interesting for a fire Ganassi, though.
Yes. I like to contradict my people. Okay, leave me alone.
The fire ganassi in the shadows. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He has the Cloak of Displacement and a, let's see, what was it? A Quarterstaff of Warning. So it tells him when something's about to come up and kick him in the butt. I enjoy this man so much. I enjoyed him so much so he has the feat of Sentinel and Skulker, which means he has advantage even if you're lightly obscured and stealthing, and Sentinel so that he can hit people so that they don't move as a reaction. So he would like to reach out and touch someone and catch them on fire. But I enjoyed making him so much that I created him a boyfriend. And his name is...
make it gay.
Mm-hmm. And his name is Gregory Farlin. And he is a human barbarian of a berserker. Which just makes me very happy to think about.
That's a fun combo.
It is. It is. And I gave him the feat of Crusher, which is just, you get more damage. And you can send, and
Hulk
it's great.
smash.
Hulk smash. And so...
In more ways than one.
Oh, yes. Yes. So, Varric's story is the fact that he was actually part of the Thieves Guild until he got a little too cocky. Fire Ganassis, monks, a little cocky. But he's always lived near this city, always been around it. His family was actually nobles. But his father did some bad business dealings, and they pretty much lost everything. But his mom and sister are still alive. His dad died from working, trying to provide for his family. He started working for more of the town watch instead of the Thieves Guild after the Thieves Guild found out that Varric was selling information. Money's money. And they pretty much made him kind of regret it, but not really. He got his ass handed to him and beat up. And uh-oh.
Continue.
Okay. So while that was happening, him and Gregory had come to, have not necessarily gone against each other, but they have tussled a few times. Gregory is an urban bounty hunter. And so he was tasked in finding who was, stealing from these shops, and then found Varric. And then they pretty much, Gregory told him, look, you either tell me what you know and you help me, or I could make your life a living hell. So they worked together, and when the Thieves Guild decided to beat his ass, he went to Gregory for help instead of anyone else, because he didn't really have anybody. All he had was the Thieves Guild or his family, and family, they worry. They worry. Which is funny, because I made the barbarian have a tragic backstory.
You went so hard. Jeez.
I'm sorry, and I did it in an hour.
And I'm
each
sitting
one
here,
of these in an hour.
You're two characters,
I'm sitting here
I have a
going-
half-baked dog detective named Cookie Dough.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
You shouldn't be.
I'm not.
Fawkes is the reason we're doing this episode, if you couldn't tell.
I am particular. I have so many characters that I've made. It is so therapeutic for me because of the fact that when I was younger, I struggled with finding my own personality, so I created personalities. I created, different types
Personas.
of people that I could be. And so D&D is a great outlet for that because I know who I am now, and it's a lot, and I like myself, but being able to create people and make them have adventures just makes me super happy. They deserve good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand other people very well, so all of my characters have to be a different branch of just who I am to a different capacity, or else I'll just be like, I don't know what to do.
So, did your puppy inspire this character?
No, I'm a dumb piece of shit, so
That's
like, how
why
can we
it's
turn that into a
dum-dum.
character?
Oh.
And it's the idea of just a little pupperino walking in with his little hat and his little badge, and it's Detective Cookie Dough.
That's amazing. You're adorable.
It's on brand.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make characters, like I said, I have created so many characters already in my life, and it's kind of nice to actually, write stories about them instead of just making them and then walking away from them, because I have, this isn't the first set that I've made of people that go together, like they work together. Like, I've made another set, which is a sorcerer, Eladrian elf, and a long-tooth fighter of a long-tooth shifter fighter.
Working on this prompt definitely helped get my creative juices flowing when it came to character development, because as a current DM, I need to make a lot of NPCs, and some of them need to be really fleshed out because they're like active characters. Ugh, we got a redemption for a dab. If anyone's listening or seeing this later on my Twitch channel points can get a dab, and we will do it on podcast because that's how we roll here. But yeah, I definitely got way more into developing my NPCs after like getting just my brain going with this character. So I'm much more excited about the roleplay character engagement aspect of the session that will be this next Sunday, because I have characters and I'm like, okay, I have a better base of who they are. Not as good as Fawkes does, though. I
see, and the thing is the only reason I feel like I can make characters like this is because I'm constantly thinking about, what would be really cool. Like, one of the coolest things that I think I've made, one of the D&D characters that I'm actually really interested in playing is a Kalishtar barbarian.
I wouldn't have thought making a Kalishtar barbarian.
If you don't know, Kalistars are actually resistant to psychic damage and stuff, where your barbarians, especially of like the bear totem, that's the only one they're not resistant to. So I decided, let's be a true just shit. And I'm going to make this barbarian completely ridiculous. But her name is Psyche Vishara. She joined the... She joined the, Mage Tower and is a protector. So she is a bounty hunter for mages that go against the laws and the rules of the tower.
Interesting.
So she will have the Mage Slayer feat eventually. I love her, and I'm super excited to play her eventually.
Eventually.
I'm torn if I'll make Ellie appear in my campaign, or if I'm actually going to save her for trying to play someday.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
So do you guys want to hear, like, the terrible rough draft of my character?
Heck yeah,
of course we do.
Get to it.
So, I'm sure you could guess what race.
Tabaxi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Tibbet.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to be a Tabaxi or a Tibbet. That's okay.
Done.
And then I'm going to be a rogue. And but to top it off, I want my rogue to be a soul knife.
Ooh, all the psychic damage that one does.
Ooh.
Yes. And the only reason why that came about was because... Oh, here it is. Because one thing that I do for character building is I look for basically a character design and be like, okay, what's a background story can I give this person? And I stumbled upon...
That's a good way to get inspiration.
stumbled upon this.
Ooh.
Ah, okay, all right, I get it now.
Yes. So as soon as I showed Tom, my go-to person, he immediately started flipping through all of his books, which are all his, by the way. Thank you, Tom. And he was like, soul knife, and I was like, what? Huh? And he's like, tabaxi, and I'm like, okay. So as of right now, I am a tabaxi rogue soul knife level 5, and their name is Daydream at Night, with the name being Night, because the way tabaxi is, I mean, you guys pretty much know, but from what I learned from reading was they have like this really stupid long name, but then they only have like a nickname that pretty much everyone calls them. So I was like, okay, so Daydream at Night, and her name being Night, and she's part of the Enchanted Caves clan. So,
So you.
Well, because, yes, and to continue on the me kind of person, sort of, she's going to be a very tall person, because I'm not tall.
So the opposite of what I did.
Yes, it was so funny you were, like, describing that, and I was like, oh, I can't wait for my turn, because I finally get to be tall this time.
I think that's like, why I make super pretty boys. Like, Varric and Gregory are just some sexy men.
Yeah.
I'm a dog.
This is a lot about who we are as people, I guess.
Yeah.
I have gender envy. We all know it.
I already called out my small girl envy earlier in this podcast, so...
I want to be a dog.
Woof.
I'm already a bitch.
Sick girl. You know what? Now I feel like I need to buy you a collar.
What was that?
Nothing.
I already have a
pink.
collar. It says Donkey Kong.
It'll be pink and it'll be nice, fur lined. It'll be great for you.
So,
Thank you.
so the other little tidbits about Night is that not only is she like tall, very proper, and kind of like she kind of just like holds herself to a high standard for most of the time until something shiny rolls by, and then her cat instincts kind of do the whole like, I must go to this shiny thing. Or if someone like were to roll a bowl of yarn, she'd sit there and sweat really hard because she just really wants to play with it. But she's just like, I must be a professional. I am a professional rogue. But, so, and then if someone like just all of a sudden just be like mentions the word fish, she can be like, just like, it's just like quick little moments of like, squirrel.
Why does that fit you so very well?
So what would her position in relation to the prompt be?
Well, because it was, I was thinking because one of the things that brought her out is because she's like always looking for different jewelry because she's attracted to shiny, and so she just was like, one of the shops got attacked, and so she just was just like, what the heck? I'm not sure how the guild piece would be connecting, but I just kind of figured that because she's always.
So how I thought of it was like the Thieves Guild wants to know who's doing it because this is like their home turf. You don't steal from homes. So
yeah.
So I have it. Ellie is an outside hire. She's not a part of this guild, but she's like an elite, so they hired her. That's how my character plays in.
Varric was part of that guild, but you don't steal from home. That's how you get caught.
So more I'm asking is she the one doing the stealing? Or is she, trying to find out who's doing the stealing? Because we have no one who is the one doing the stealing yet.
And she likes shiny things.
She's
So
stealing.
what I'm thinking is she just doesn't even realize the Thieves Guild is after her because she just takes shiny things and they don't know who's doing it because she only does it when she sees something shiny. And she's an outsider.
And then she, like, I was thinking, like, she probably steals it, completely forgets about it until she empties her pocket and be like, oh,
You were talking about her cat instinct taking over, so I think she's just going around stealing without, like, the intention of stealing, and people are starting to notice, and they're like, where are all these thefts happening? So that's what came to my brain when you were talking about her, is like, well, I think Knight is the one doing it, and we're supposed to figure out this crazy, not even planned.
It was a cat the entire time.
I was gonna say, so we'll end up, like, chasing our tails a bit because we're just, like, following my tracks and my tracks are following us. So it's just, like...
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I think your character is the one doing the stealing.
Peanut Butter doesn't even know there's a Thieves Guild. He's just investigating the robberies.
Yes. That's amazing.
When Ellie figures
Peanut
out
Butter,
what's
his
going
name
on,
is-
she's going to be so disappointed and be like, what the heck?
I literally, I'll just be like, I don't know how these got in my bag. I don't know. So, like, I just came into this city because I really wanted to see what the shiny things in the city were.
The big lights in the big city.
I was like, magic shops would have lots of shinies.
Yeah,
Lots
they
of
would.
shinies.
Oh, the other thing to make it more quirky to me, she has a very, like, if something is, like, sapphire or amethyst, then she's really interested. But if
Those
it's just,
blues
like,
and purples.
yes, but if it's, like, jade or any of the other types of gems and stuff, she's just kind of like, I can think they're shiny, but they're not, like, my favorite.
One way or another, Vanna gonna get the sparkles.
Gonna get the sparkles.
Yes.
All about the shinies.
Best trap to catch a Vanna. Glitter.
It is a little bit.
Just glitter.
Just want one of those box straps that just have a thing of glitter underneath.
Oh,
Yes.
Speaking of glitter, so a friend of mine sent me a snap because they finally opened their birthday gift card from me, and, like, I was wondering if they ever, like, cleaned up the glitter that happened to be in the card, and yeah, they opened it on their bed just before they were supposed to go to bed.
Oh no, that's horrible. You are a demon. So
the next-
Vanna is chaotic neutral.
Are you sure she's not chaotic evil because of glitter?
I mean, she could be neutral evil because it's not like she did it on purpose. Like, she didn't know they were going to open it on their bed.
Well, I was
But
hoping...
she knows she's gonna get
She
glitter all over
included the
Fair
glitter.
point.
place.
Well, I knew they were going to open it up at some point, and I originally wanted them to open up in their bedroom because I knew that this is their first glitter bomb from me. So
And evil. Chaotic
So-
evil.
I kind of did the whole, like, here's your birthday gift, like, whatever. But then, like, 2 months later, I'm like, I don't know if they actually dealt with the glitter or not. And then they sent me a snap, and they're like, I finally opened your card. And I'm like, how do you open a birthday gift but not the card?
Some people. I
That's
don't know.
hilarious.
Mistake number 1. Wrap gift. Put tons of glitter in the outer layer. Wrap it again.
Oh, man.
I've done
Stop.
it. I've done it in many different ways.
That's not come as a surprise.
I've even with a shirt before stuck glitter inside the shirt so when they picked it up, it
Or you like giving people cards and gifts inside of someone else's car, so when the other person opens their gift, it gets all in a third party that wasn't involved's car, and it stays for years.
This sounds
Yeah.
like a personal experience there.
Who would guess?
That's hilarious.
I vacuumed my car and I still find glitter.
Okay, I would think at this point it's a little bit more of some other people's glitter too now.
No one else brings glitter into my car, Vanna.
Okay.
I was like, it could have just been more Vanna glitter since that point, but it would only be Vanna glitter because, yeah, no, I don't. I use rhinestones, not glitter.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to make a character?
Let's do it.
All right, I will
As
share
best
my
we
screen.
can with not having.
Not having what?
I mean, I can't fully make cookie dough because dogs aren't.
And then boom.
Boom, boom, guys.
Let me adjust. Adjust.
Only
Alright.
adjusting.
Welcome to Varric. Don't mind him. I know, look at that walking speed, 45. Oh, this monk is ridiculous.
I don't want it that big.
He walks
Advantage
so
on
fast.
initiative? Are you kidding me? Ugh. Look at that. Just look at that.
Really know how to get a girl going.
I know.
And is on a walk with 45 speed.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. All right. So we will go into our collections here and to my characters. Don't mind all of them. There's 18. We won't talk about it. I have a problem and we know it. Not all of them are mine, but still. So do you guys want to do standard with like ideal for beginner kind of tips?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we'll go standard. It's show help tips. So creating a character, your first step, playing an adventure, D&D game. You, depending on the character level and your personal preference of character, depending on what you can make. I mean, you can make anything. So what name shall we give our character? Or do we want to create the character first?
You're helping us build one of our characters. Is that...
Okay. Well, who's... Sam made hers.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to make Vanna's?
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine
Alright,
with that.
Vanna. So what was the name?
Daydream at night, and then parentheses night. Because that's how the book told me that you write it. So.
Alrighty.
We did clarify last week that this is my first time doing actual D&D. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting here going
Apparently
like,
it's mine too, so...
Well, D&D Beyond is really cool. So it really just depends. So when you're playing a game, pretty much this advancement type is going to be something big. Because you'll either do milestone or XP, and depending on how that works, depends on when you level up and how much XP your DM gives you for, I guess, going through events. Mm-hmm. And then here we're going to choose our race. So your race can be any one of these races. So we have Lexi's favorite, which is an Aarakocra.
Hell yeah.
My favorite, an Aasimar. And then you go Bugbear, Centaur, Changeling, and as far down as you can go. But
dang.
Vanna wanted a Tabaxi. So here's our Tabaxi. Tabaxis get a +2 dexterity and a +1 charisma, plus dark vision, feline agility, cat's claws, and cat's talent. So your ability score, as I said, you get dexterity is a plus. You get +2 to your dexterity ability score and a +1 to your charisma ability score. Tabaxis have the same lifespan as humans. Your alignment, most Tabaxis are chaotic, so, you know, they are rarely evil, but they are chaotic beings. Their size, Tabaxis are taller on average than humans and relatively slender. So you could be, you know, like 6'7". Your base walking speed is 30. You have a dark vision of up to 60 feet. Feline
dark vision.
Dark vision is one of the best things you can have. If you can't have true vision all the time, dark vision is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Feline agility is really cool because your reflexes and agility allow you to move with a burst of speed. When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns. So for a rogue, that would be really easy because you would use your, you know, you would go, and then you would stop, and then you would probably hide and use that to regain so you can go again.
Oh, The other thing that I read about with the soul knife thing is that I think it said when you got to level 17, I think it was a high level. You can take your soul knife and you can throw it and teleport to wherever it goes. And I was like, yeah.
That's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Super cool. I thought that was super cool. Oh, just a quick tangent for just a tiny second. Has anyone seen the on YouTube? There was like a live action My Hero Academia, but it was like slightly different. It was like Los Angeles style. And it was this kid, he was like walking in the park and like this like bad guy comes running up and he has a backpack and he like just starts wailing at them because he's a My Hero student. Have you? None of you?
No.
No.
Oh my god, you guys need to look it up, but it is amazing. Anyways, when I heard about the teleporting thing, I was like, oh, so my character would be like that kid with the backpack, because every time he throws his backpack, he teleports to wherever the backpack is.
Oh,
and it's like,
yes. I did see that.
And it's like back
that
on.
was so cool.
Yeah, it was like they're like little 15-minute episodes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that. It was so good.
So, sorry, tangent.
You're good. So, for a tabaxi, you also have Cat's Claws, which you have a climb speed of 20 feet, which is great. And your claws are deal slashing damage 1d4 plus your strength modifier, which is something to keep in mind, especially even for a rogue, because then you'll want your strength to be not a dump stat, you would want it to be a little higher. That way you can actually use your claws as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then Cat's talent, you have proficiency in the perception and stealth skill. Right off the bat. You already have proficiency in it. So right now, one choice we can make is you can speak, read, and write Common and one other language of your choice.
Oh.
So, Abyssal, you can speak the language of, I think Abyssal is devils or demons. Abyssal is devils. Celestial is angels.
Abyssal.
Well, I feel like
no, tieflings get infernal, which is
that's
of
right. Never mind.
Demons, devils. Yeah. I can't remember. Then you have deep speech, which is what Durgar and Drow sometimes speak. Draconic.
I always take things like Elvish and Halfling and Goblin or Orc that
I usually take Sylvan.
Why?
Mainly because I like the idea of being able to speak with Fae. Because a lot of Fae do know other languages, but Fae don't necessarily trust people who don't speak Sylvan.
Okay.
Valid. But I haven't
Undercommon-
played in campaigns where you run into many Fae, so that's where my brain is always like, what's the most useful for whoever's DMing my story versus like what fits a character better? Because sometimes something will fit a character better than, and that's where you have the player versus character mentality.
Well, I kind of feel like with me being a cat and having similar, more cat things, that it's almost like I should talk to a spirit or a demon. Because it's like me just randomly staring in the corner and you guys be like, what's up? And I'll be like, oh, I'm just having a conversation, butt out, guys. Like, just staring at the wall.
So what are you feeling?
I mean, it's kind of more of like, I understand where it comes to like, to do like Elvish or, Halfling, because it would be something that would happen more often. And if I do pick one of those, I think I would rather go Elvish just because, like, I have done elf stuff in the past, like Skyrim and other things, so...
So our next step is choosing a class. Your class can be from Artificer, Barbarian, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. But you wanted a Rogue. Alright, so Rogues, their hit points is a 1d8 per Rogue level. Your hit points at first level is 8 plus your Constitution modifier, and your hit points at higher levels is a 1d8 or 5 if you're taking the standard, plus your Constitution modifier. So right now we have to pick proficiency. So right now you are proficient in light armor, simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords. You are proficient in the thieves' tools. You are proficient in saving throws with dexterity and intelligence. And right now, we get to choose 4 of one of these skills. So we can choose acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth. So
Gotta
for
go with
you,
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Because
yes.
even accidentally, they're good at it.
And also, being a cat, I think you should have acrobatics.
Yeah.
That's what I was definitely thinking.
Yeah.
Now, it depends on how charming or cunning you would want to be. If you want to be, persuasive, or if you want to be intimidating, or if you want to be deceptive, like if you want to be a good liar, but you could also be good at seeing what people know. Like you could see inside of people, as well as you can, I think investigation, especially if you're sneaking into places and trying to grab things.
But they sneak in accidentally, so I feel like they'd be bad at perception and investigation because they just kind of do stuff.
I agree.
Yeah.
When we make the character, we will probably take away your advantage on, or your proficient in perception. Probably because...
if she was looking, yes, but easily distracted. Because cats
So
can
I think
see.
what would happen, I think she would be proficient in investigation, not perception. Because looking and finding
When she's
things is
trying
something
to get-
cats are good at.
Yeah, I was gonna say because she left her clan to basically find the other jewels of the city and stuff. Because she was like, I found everything in my area. Like,
I mean, cats get scared by
She was
cucumbers.
the jewel of the city the entire time.
Oh my god. So we have one more that we could pick. You could pick athletics, so you would be more, athletic. I don't know what other descriptor to
I
use
think
there.
athletics would be a good one. I mean, the other ones is deception and insight, which we already kind of...
Persuasion would probably work, though.
Oh.
Persuasion could get her out of a lot of shit.
And that seems like
'Cause
something
that I would need because if I did randomly get caught with a shiny thing in my hand, I'd be like, no, you don't see
I
this.
feel like this character would have a lot of practice having to talk their way out of situations, which is why I think
I think
persuasion
so,
would
too.
be a good one.
So your expertise, you get to have 2 at 1st level, and you get to pick another 2 at 6th level. And you said you wanted to be level 5, right?
Yeah, because you guys said between 5 and 8, so I was just like, at 5? Let's just go with that. Because
Alrighty, so, I believe for you, you would want Thieves' Tools. That way you are just an expert at using them, and you can just get into anything.
And probably,
Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand.
Probably Stealth or Sleight of Hand, yeah.
Yeah, let's go sleight of hand.
It's
Alright.
that
I definitely-
sticky fingers.
Yeah, I
You gotta be
definitely
careful with
add
those
on...
sticky fingers.
definitely add up.
Sticky fingers.
So, as a rogue, you also get Sneak Attack, which means you get 1d6 plus damage if you have advantage on the attack roll. So that's if they can't see you or whatever. And you also know Thieves' Cant, which is something that you can speak as well as write, and you can find hidden messages in little nooks and crannies.
Thieves' Cant is complicated, okay?
Yes, it is.
It is just this crazy made-up thing in a bajillion different areas, so, like, the codes in one don't match the codes in another, and then it's...
It's nuts.
Coming
I
from
can't
a
wait
DM
for you
who
to-
tried to work on Thieves' Cant.
I hope you do get to Thieves' Cant at some point.
Our rogue is
That'll be
Caitlin.
fun. Anyway, so cunning action. So what cunning action is, what normally would take an action like dash, disengage, or hide, for you it becomes only a bonus action. So you can bonus action hide, you can bonus action disengage, which means you can just run away without taking any hits.
It's like, try not to leave a little glitter behind as I run.
So our roguish archetype that we picked was the Soul Knife. The Soul Knife comes with psionic
Information.
power.
Lots to read.
Yes.
Me no
so,
read good, me dog.
I read all that stuff earlier. Well, half of it till I fell asleep. It was it's funny. I have not done that in
way
such
too
a long
often.
time. I think it was college was the last time I fell asleep at my desk.
So, psi bolstered knack is when your non-psionic training fails you, your psionic power can help. If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool in which you have proficiency, you can roll 1 psionic energy die and add the number rolled to the check, potentially turning failure into success. You expend the die only if the roll succeeds. Trying to figure out, let's see, when you reach certain levels of this class, the size of your psionic die increases. At 5th, it's D8. Then you have D10, D12. So you start with a D6. Yeah, it's right there. I'm a dum-dum. And then you have...
It's a wall of words you're having to try and skim through.
You're fine. You're fine.
I couldn't find it either, and I was also looking.
Psionic whispers. You can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others. Perfect for quiet infiltration. As an action, choose one or more creatures you can see, up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, and then roll 1 psionic die. For a number of hours equal to the number rolled, the chosen creature can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them. To send or receive, no action required, you and the other creature must be within 1 mile of each other, which is nuts.
I like this.
Like, you see this person, you can set up this communicative link, roll a d6, and that's how much time you have to communicate with this person, up to a mile away. That is nuts.
Oh, I'm definitely the person who's stealing the stuff. Because if I have, like, semi-invisibility, it's like, oh yeah, I could be like, oh, hey, you guys are looking for those jewels? Oh. So
no.
we gonna try to not get me caught.
A creature can't use this telepathy if it can't speak any languages, and a creature can end the telepathic connection at any time. So if you bug your person enough, they're going to be like, all right, and just cut it off.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about these things in correlation to our characters. Just having a a telepathic connection to Vanna's night, and then it's just cookie dough over your stick. Oh my god! Did you see that squirrel? Wow! Just that kind
Oh my god.
Well, and then it's like, oh, should I have established this connection or should I have not?
Well, yeah, because another thing with my characters, she's, she tries to be, proper for, most of the time, and then just, random things, your character being like, hey, I'd be like, shush, pup, shush. Don't distract me with your cuteness.
So next we
you'd
have...
have a hard time hiding around Ellie with your ridiculousness.
Oh, yeah. I think Varric would just be so done.
Like I said,
So done.
passive
He would
perception.
Would be hot on the
18.
case.
He would
AJ,
be...
There was a squirrel over on the other yard. He had to be the one.
Psychic blades. You can manifest your psionic power as shimmering blades of psychic energy. Whenever you take the attack action, you can manifest a psychic blade from your free hand and make the attack with that blade. This magic blade is a simple melee weapon with the finesse and thrown properties. It has a normal range of 60 feet and no long range. And on a hit, it deals psychic damage equal to 1d6 plus the ability modifier you use for the attack roll. The blade vanishes immediately after it hits or misses its target, and it leaves no mark on its target if it deals damage.
So it's a good assassination blade.
This person just hurts.
Yeah, so it's kind of more like if I slash at their arm, it just makes their muscle, I guess, probably inflamed or feel like it just got sliced, but you don't see anything.
You're just you throw it, and it's like, oh, my stomach's in pain. It's like, oh, you must have been poisoned.
Oh yeah, because if I were to throw it, just telepathically be like, hey, it's not a blade, you stomach ache.
I would, or it's someone's eating something, someone eats a food, and you go right for their gut. It's whoa, it didn't. Oh, wow, it looks like your food didn't hit right.
Yikes.
I just have the chaos.
After you attack with the blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with a second psychic blade as a bonus action on the same turn, provided your other hand is free to create it. The damage die of this bonus attack is a D4 instead of a D6. Now, we could do ability score improvement or a feat.
What's that?
What feats are
I think
available?
feet would be better.
A feat is something you get to choose any one of all of these to add to your character. Let's see. One that I believe is really good for a rogue
Lucky is my favorite.
would be Lucky.
I was like, Lucky
or,
is so good for rogues.
Lucky, Skulker, or Skill Expert. Yeah.
Those are all things.
Lucky lets you re-roll some stuff.
Yeah, Lucky,
We
if
should
you
do that.
fail on something, you can re-roll it. Skulker
what I
is
like
you
Lucky.
you can hide when you are lightly obscured from the creature from which you are hiding. When you are hidden from a creature and miss it with a ranged weapon attack, making the attack doesn't reveal your position. Dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on your perception checks, relying on sight.
I don't think it would anyways because they have dark vision though.
Right. A skill expert is increase one ability score choice by 1 to a maximum of 20. You gain proficiency in one skill of your choice. Choose one skill in which you have proficiency and gain expertise in that skill, which means your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make with it.
That's probably a good one.
So
Yeah.
if we did this, you get to pick one skill in which you become proficient. So you could do
Religion. Just all of them religion.
all the religion.
Deception
do-
would probably be a good one.
Yeah, deception,
Yeah.
there's athletics, and there is survival.
Tough choice.
Ooh.
Athletics
It's
is
between-
good for a rogue because
Yeah.
rogues can get grappled super easily,
True, because they get in and out, but they're low AC.
and you have to make like a strength saving throw or something like
Yeah.
that to get out.
Okay.
And sometimes you need that athletics to get you out of them sticky situations.
Ooh.
That's
Stealth?
sticky icky.
Yeah, you gotta
So
take
for your skill expert, I would
obviously
recommend
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah.
And then you get to choose your ability score, which I would choose dexterity because you want your dexterity to be as high as possible.
Rogues and
Especially for a
rangers gotta
rogue.
have that high dex.
And then you get the amazing
Uncanny dodge.
rogue thing,
Yes.
uncanny dodge.
Freaking
When an
uncanny
attacker
dodge.
that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the damage against you, as well as if a spell is hurled at you and you save it, you can use uncanny dodge to take no damage at all.
Oh, okay. So if you make a save instead of taking half damage with uncanny dodge, you then take no damage. If you didn't
So-
pass, would you take half damage because of uncanny dodge?
Yeah, if
Okay.
you didn't pass and you used uncanny dodge, you would still take half.
Okay, so it's kind of like you get a reprieve,
So
so, you're not
long
gonna
as
have
you
to take.
have so long as you have that reaction left to do so.
Yeah. And
If
it's
you don't have that reaction, then you're
per
kind of
your like
foobarred.
every round of your turn, right?
yes, it comes back at the start of your turn.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So we can do either a standard array, we could manual or roll it. These are the only two that I
I
know
wouldn't
of,
mind
so.
rolling my character. I do have dice right here.
Oh, that'd be manual. The roll selection
Yeah.
up there is you can roll there. Well, yeah. You want to roll your
So-
dice? Do you have enough d6s?
You need 4d6s.
My husband provided.
So you need 4d6s.
Provider.
You're going to re-roll ones up twice, and you are going to take your top 3 numbers and add them together.
That was a lot of information
So
while I was
roll
trying to...
roll your dice.
Just the first one?
All 4.
Yep.
Roll all 4.
All 4.
Okay, well, I gotta still find the other 4.
Okay. Your first step is going to be rolling 4 d6s.
Yep.
And if
Okay,
any
got
of
it.
them are a 1, you can re-roll it.
Re-roll them.
Okay.
And you can only re-roll your ones, I think, up to twice.
Okay, so I got 1 6, 2 3s, and 1 5.
Ooh, so you
a
got
6, a 5, and a 3.
14.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm going to put 14 in just one of them.
I got 11, 11, 12.
If you got a 6 and a 5, that's an 11. Plus a 3 is 14.
No, I got 2
Rolled
threes.
again.
You only add up
take
the
3.
3 highest.
But you said...
You roll
want to
4
roll
dice,
4.
Oh,
but you
but
only
only
take 3.
take the top 3.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And re-roll 1s.
Oh.
Because no one wants a 1 in their... That's... No. No one likes it.
Some DMs are mean and make you keep them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like playing that way. And I don't know
I
anyone
appreciate
who does.
it.
I was like, you only get a negative if you want it for role-playing, and I was so surprised that half the group took negatives.
Alright, Vanna, so you need to roll this
Like, in
5
order?
more times.
Roll these 5 times?
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll the 4s, and then read off your numbers. If you have any 1s, re-roll them.
Okay. 6, 5, 3, 2.
Okay, so another 14.
6, 4, 4, 1,
Re-roll your 1.
5. So...
Oh, Jesus.
It's a 15.
11, 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I got 6, 5, 4, 2. I can
Okay,
pull
no,
my camera
14.
down if you want me to.
Rigged.
No, it's cool. This is great.
What?
No, I'm just saying it's rigged.
It should be
Oh,
15.
it sounds rigged.
No,
It
that was
sounds
15.
rigged.
You said 6,
It was 15,
5, and 4
not
again, so
14.
it was another 15.
Oh, was it a 15?
Yeah, that was a 15.
Sorry.
That's okay. And then I got 6, 3,
Damn.
3, 2.
6, 9, it's 12.
She said 3, 3, 2, so, oh yeah. No, wait.
Yeah,
right.
6, 9, 12.
Yep.
Okay, and last one.
Math.
Oh. That's okay.
Ran away. It ran away.
Okay.
Gifted on the last one.
6, 4, 2, 1.
Reroll a 1.
Okay. 6.
So far you have 10, 16.
Yep.
Jesus. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put
Swap.
the 16 in your dex. Damn, you rolled so well.
Right? For winning stats? Gee.
Not gonna lie. So this one is mine, and it was my 6 every single time.
So
Like, that's
rigged.
never happening again.
where I'm putting this is we're going to put your 16 in your dexterity.
Yes.
I think we should have a 15 in constitution.
Yes.
Poison. I think we're going to move
I was going to say, put the 15
in strength. And we're going to put the 14 in charisma. Because you technically don't need, well...
Well, wouldn't I need, like, a little...
No. Wisdom and
Hey,
charisma,
wait.
personally.
We gave her a +1 to strength, so if you put a 14 in strength, it will become a 15.
Oh,
So
yeah,
put
yeah.
a 14 in strength and the 15 in charisma. Because she needs
Yeah.
charisma for persuasion. And then that strength will become a 15 with the modifier of the
So-
feat.
Right. And so your charisma's already going to be a 16. So technically, we could make your charisma the 12 if you wanted. But really, not much. Wisdom is where your perception comes in.
But we already said she wouldn't be good at perception.
Oh, that's right. We were going to take that proficiency out.
Investigation is what she was going to be good at.
But I mean, look at this dexterity. You're at a 19. A
That's good.
19.
At level 5. At level 5.
And your charisma at 16, you're gonna be talking your way out of everything.
You guys are gonna be going in circles.
Yes. All right. Now we're gonna describe the character. So we're gonna pick a background where the backgrounds get a lot quickly.
This
Like
is where
you
I
could
skip
be,
over most of it real fast.
yeah,
this
you
is
could be
where-
a charlatan. You could be a criminal or a spy.
A hermit?
You could be a hermit.
I went with criminal spy because Ellie technically is a spy.
I'm like
I'd
looking at
probably
them.
go with soldier for Cookie dough.
A soldier?
Oh,
Yes.
Was he a drug dog on the force and is
That was
retired now?
one of the jokes my guy was making. He'd be like, "Oh, there's a thing of cocaine." It's like, "Oh yeah, we got it." Oh, grabs it with his mouth, accidentally
Ooh,
opens it, and gets it into his mouth.
What's a clan crafter?
Clan crafter. So the stout folk are well known for their artisanship and the worth of their handiwork, and you have been trained in that ancient tradition.
It's a dwarf thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You
and
are
also,
most likely a dwarf.
yeah.
But not necessarily.
I was like, eh.
Most likely.
It's a most likely.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
wouldn't.
could be a failed merchant. You could be a far traveler. You could be a folk hero.
Traveler kind of makes sense, though, because you did say you came from somewhere else to find more jewels.
That is true. I was just thinking that because I was like, because I got bored of my area and was just like, yeah, I found everything in our area.
That's you probably
you
just
get-
kind of keep traveling as it suits you.
Yeah.
So you
well,
get
and
another- Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and that was the other thing I read in the Tabaxis, where they were like, it could, one of the things is they like to be like, almost like lone wolfers, where they like kind of like to go and like move from one thing to another, and then they also have it, yeah, and then they also have it where it's like they can group up, so I was just like, well, my person's just gonna be like, bye guys, I'll see you later, I'm gonna go find some shiny things.
So right now we get to pick a skill proficiency. You already get a proficiency in insight. Now we can pick any one of these. Animal handling, arcana, deception, history. We can do deception.
Deception's
Deception
probably
Deception would make
good.
sense.
Yeah, since we didn't do it.
Arcana is magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Arcana is magic. Lying, history, being aggressive and grumpy. Medicine is how well you can bring people
Survival?
back up. Survival is good. It's pretty much your best way to survive through more foresty areas, really.
But as a traveler, it would make sense to pick survival.
Well, especially I was thinking, like, if I am gonna be, like,
I don't know if
hopping
I just
from,
having issues tonight.
you know.
I'm so sorry.
It's like, the prompt that we have, this is like, I'm fresh into a town, and I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh, there's a lot of shiny things here.
You also get a tool proficiency, or a musical
Bagpipes.
instrument, or a gaming set.
Dice.
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 Are they shiny?
They can
Maybe.
be.
They're your dice.
That's true.
If they're your dice, they
just-
probably
I
have
just-
glitter.
What's
I just
that?
love the image of you being like, yeah, my trusty, like, tool, and you just pull out a full thing of bagpipes. Like, what?
Well, what's Lyre? Sorry, I don't
Lyre.
know.
A lyre.
What's that?
A lyre is
Like
it's
a
a
guitar.
strummable instrument.
Looks like a little guitar.
Very few
Usually seen with
strings.
bards.
You've seen
It has,
Sleeping
like-
Beauty, right?
I think it has
Seen-
5 strings or
Seen
something.
what?
You've seen Sleeping Beauty, right?
Yes.
The minstrel who gets the kings drunk. What he's playing.
Okay. Okay.
Playing cards would also be fun.
Yeah.
I think
three
dice would make more.
dragon ante is like the ball in the cups, I believe. Ow.
I think that sounds right. I don't know.
I believe.
I feel like dice or playing cards, like something that doesn't take up a lot of room
I was-
that you just have on your person.
Yeah.
But
I
also,
was-
like, think about it in the sense of dice. Like, you accidentally drop your dice, and then your cat's just like,
well, I was thinking I shouldn't be making a whole lot of noise, so if they drop, that gives away my thing. Whereas playing cards, they're quiet, and they can be useful at being like, hey, let me just
fair.
shove that card in
you can
there,
use
wiggle it around
deception
to
with
open it.
too.
Now
you can also
get
just, like, do sleight of hand with cards.
Another
That's true.
language.
you get to pick
Ooh.
another language.
I want to talk to an angel or a demon. Just
So celestial, abyssal,
Maybe
or
I'll talk to you
infernal.
anytime.
Infernal's probably the most useful since tieflings use that just as a race
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
in their
All right.
commonplace.
Talk to all the tieflings.
So all eyes are on you. Your accent, mannerisms, figure of speech, and perhaps even your appearance all mark you as a foreigner.
Well, I mean, she's very tall and proper, so
And a cat.
and a giant cat.
So you can pick suggested characteristics, or if there's characteristics you already want.
I didn't get a chance to really read those.
I skipped these.
We can skip these.
Those get, like, really nitpicky. It's good to have ideas. So the main reason they include stuff like that is for people who don't know how they want their character to be already. It's to give you kind of guidelines. Or if you're just like, I don't know, and you just roll. Or for me as a DM, I'm like, I just need a thing, and they need a personality, help me out. I roll those kind of things. But since you kind of have an idea of what you want your character to be like, you don't necessarily need those.
Okay.
So and if you want, Vanna, I can... think I can send this to you, and you can kind of do your own stuff with this. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I do have my one paper, but I was like...
We can go with, do you want to choose some starting equipment?
We'd probably do base. I just gave my person basic with the one magic item. Mm-hmm. But it takes a while to go through magic items.
It does. I was just thinking we could just start off with, like, just the basic equipment, and then if she wants to look at magical items, she can more than welcome to.
Yeah.
So, would your character carry a rapier or a short sword?
I really like rapiers.
You would carry a rapier.
I figured. Now you have a short bow and quiver of 20 arrows, or a short sword.
I'd probably have to go with... I want to say a short bow, because I feel like once I eventually could get to that whole, like, teleport, I feel like that could be kind of cool to work that in there somehow.
Okay. You could have a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack. Do you want to know what's inside each of them?
Well, based on the words of the packs, I think the explorer pack might be what I... Well,
that'd be
what's
good for, like, getting around and stuff.
Yeah,
it's, it includes a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. The pack also has 50 hempen rope, 50 feet. The Dungeoneers includes a backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pitons, 10 torches, a tinderbox, rations, rope. A burglar's kit has a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pitons, a hooded lantern, 2 flasks of oil, 5 day rations, a tinderbox, and a water skin.
You have more stuff, less food, and it's things for distractions or, like...
breaking in.
Whatever you might help you.
Yeah.
The burglar?
Yeah, probably. Just because I'm like... with the type of character I am making, it would be smart if she already has that, instead of, like, arriving and then having to collect those items.
Alright, and then, let's see, you have 1 set of traveler's clothes, 1 set of playing cards, poorly wrought maps of your homeland that depict where you are in wherever that is. That doesn't matter. That'll be a different place anyway. Small piece of jewelry worth 10 gold pieces in the style of your homeland's craftsmanship. And 5 gold pieces. And so here we are. Here
the character
is Daydream at Night.
Yeah.
What the heck? Look at those.
Look at that initiative.
+4 already. Jeez.
Look at that acrobatics.
Oh my god. Look at
Look
this.
at that.
Sleight of hand and stealth. The +10.
So wow.
Okay,
Wow, numbers are cool.
Her sleight of hand and stealth are +10.
So
What do you mean you
Sam,
can't see? What?
It said stream failed to start. Sit frowny face, and it doesn't show me what Fawkes is
so
streaming.
Sorry.
for you on Discord, it's not working. I'm like,
So
what are you talking
here,
about?
I will change this because you do not have advantage on, or you are not proficient. So let me show you guys how to change skills on here real quick.
Ooh, this is fancy shit.
Yes, because I had to learn this to put my character on D&D Beyond for your stream, for your campaign.
Because I made it weird.
You did. So this is your normal screen if you are looking at it on a computer. Now, you can change your saving throw modifiers. So if you got, if you had advantage on one of these, you could change it. So you would you could click Constitution, you could customize, And here is where it would change. You can go saving throw proficiency level, and you can go, you are proficient in that, and then you can give yourself a reason why. As well.
This is so useful.
I'm glad I could help. So here in our skills tab, we're going to go to manage skills at the bottom with the little cog. Click that, and then you're going to go over to perception, and you're going to customize. And it says that you have, nope, not that, proficiency, and you're going to put not proficient. And why? Because I said so. And then down here at the bottom, you will see that it's already missing. Like there is no black dot on your perception skill. See?
That is so useful. Oh my gosh, I needed that as a DM building
as well as you. So if you see how it says expertise here, as you go over it, proficiency, not proficient, and whatnot. You can also do it to anything. You could say light armor. You should add new proficiencies, and it could be armor, weapons, tools, language, a custom tool, a custom language.
Maybe
I'm calling this episode Fawkes Teaches Us D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I could totally help with that. So, like, you can even change your armor class, because I had to do this. Because, let's go into equipment first. So, why don't we equip what you have? So, you have arrows, you have dagger, leather, rapier, short bow. So, there you are. And see, your armor class went up. So, you have armor, leather. That's an 11 plus your dexterity bonus, which is Jesus. Mm-hmm. But you can also change. You could also do an additional bonus, additional magic bonus. So if you had a custom, if someone made like a custom equipment for you, and it gave you a bonus to this kind of stuff, you could change all of it. I think there's only a few things you can't change, like initiative you can't really change. And if you do go over level 20... Or is it level 30? I'm going to look at something here. Hold on. 8 and 11.
Most people don't play past
it can
level
go,
20.
Right, but you can actually get your scores up to higher. So, say if you did this, if anything past 30, it won't go. So... that was something interesting that I had to find out because my DM uses a bunch of fun stuff. But yeah, so I can send this to you after our stream's over, and she will be yours.
Yay!
And you can print her off, and you can, check into her. Because when you print it off, you can do it front and back, and you can write all over the sheet. Because that's what I do for... So, but yeah. But here's all your actions. You have your dagger, rapier, short bow, unarmed strike with some claws. You have your psychic blades. And then it does break it down. So, here's what you can do on an action.
It's nice seeing the dice that go with it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
That's the type of person I need. That's the kind of stuff I need for stuff, because I do not remember what dice what.
The best thing about D&D Beyond, especially if you play it on, your phone, or if you play using the thing, is you can just click these numbers, and it rolls a die for you. Wow, and that one.
Good
let's not
job.
do that again. Like this one, 1d4 plus 4. 1d4 plus 4, and it'll tell you your total.
Okay.
Fancy smancy.
Yeah.
That's why D&D Beyond is nice.
Like when you're trying to hit somebody, you just hit that. There's your D20. That's much better. Much better. Does a 26 hit, Sam? Does a 26 hit?
No.
But, so for you also need to pay attention when you make characters that have, like, limited use things, because your psionic dice, you have 6 psionic energy dice, which is a 1d8. And so after you go through these, you can just mark them off until you take a long rest.
Which is up at the top.
Okay.
Yep. And a long rest, you hit this button, short rest, you can share it. This one is go to builder, but that doesn't matter. Another thing I could show you is your defenses, is you can customize your defenses as well. Your resistance, immunities, and vulnerabilities. as well as you can go to conditions where you can be blinded, and it would actually, I think it affects how you attack and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I think you just have to remember that you have disadvantage.
It at least puts it right up in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you also have exhaustion levels down here.
And if you get too exhausted, you die.
And here, we'll do this. So you can edit your damage here. So we're going to make you go into that. And here's your failures and successes. Right there. And then failure, success, success, success. See?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about using D&D Beyond for this stream is that Fawkes has practically everything unlocked. So for anyone who just recently makes an account, if you have a free standard account, you're limited on what you have access to for building characters, and you can only build up to 6 characters. If you get the subscription, then you can build unlimited characters.
It just shows you how much Fawkes loves D&D.
I was just about to say, I was like, which, is right up there, up Fox's alley.
I just wanted to make sure we put that out there so people aren't like, I can do anything. No, you gotta buy the stuff. You gotta buy the stuff. The basic
buy the stuff.
Anything with a good amount of money.
Yeah, you get a lot of things. So there's actually, I think it's $4.99, I think, and you can create as many characters as you want. It's just unlimited. $3.99, and you can create
or
as many characters as you want.
$25 a year. Because I'm looking at it as a DM, because I'm like, this will be easier to track my NPCs. So
Sparkly Flintlock?
Sparky Flintlock.
Oh,
that
Sparky.
is Shane's Fire Ganassi Ranger Beastmaster.
See, there's my Sparkly looking for all the sparkles.
Yep.
even just in names.
Shane's character is pretty brutal, and does some really weird things with grenades and bunder blesses. So that's a thing. And he's trying to figure out how to make chloroform gas.
Look, there's Gregory and Varric.
Yeah, here's Gregory, and he a hot man, and here's Varric, another hot man.
Both with longer hair.
I have a problem.
Have a type?
Shut up. I do. Well, I mean, even Rory has long hair. And Yelmaris has, oh man.
Didn't you say the psychic for whatever?
Yeah, Psych. This is Psych Viscera.
Isn't that long haired too?
Yes, but that's a she anyway.
Oh.
She is my, the resistance against psychic barbarian of the bear totem.
Yeah.
Well, the totem warrior. She's gonna have bear and then wolf and whatever. But yeah. Let me just, will not show my screen anymore. Stop it. It won't go away. No. No.
You're clicking end stream?
There we go.
Okay, there it goes.
Took me a minute.
Hey.
Had to get off the bubble.
There we go.
But yeah, so that is what I like to do, is spend my time creating characters, whether for me or for other people, and it's great.
I play Minecraft.
I get bored of Minecraft very easily.
I'm in a special mod right now where I don't have to do the hard work.
You guys are silly. All right, well, that has been a lot of fun in us showing off the characters that we built for our prompt and going over how to build a character. Thank you, Fawkes, for, helping impart your knowledge, because even I learned something about how D&D Beyond works, because I'm still new to the tech side of it, too.
Yeah, not a lot of people know how to alter things in D&D Beyond, so I'm glad I could show, because it's something that is very important to learn. Especially if you're making characters and a character's not going to be proficient in perception or not going to be proficiency in giving a damn. So
or being able to add any homebrew type stuff you and your DM may decide to do.
Yeah.
Like
I should have showed them. I should have shown them Fawkes, the character I made for the character that we made for Sam's, because they are a drow wizard, and there are some things that not proficient in yet because we just dropped into this world. So like Arcana.
You should just load up my character and make it for me. That'd be really cool.
All right, we're gonna.
I honestly, I hate this part of D&D, building characters. It just seems very tedious to me.
I can build. I will build you any number of characters you want me to.
Also, make cookie dough. I know you can't because there's not a dog, but I would love to see what you come up with.
I can. I can actually make them a shifter.
Yes.
So
Make cookie dough.
I will make you a shifter.
Yes.
And I will send it to you.
All right. Well, this has definitely been. So I love listening to them just rant about character stuff. All right. But
when you're good at
probably
something,
bring up
you
my
just do
campaign
it.
in a future episode. Once we get farther into it, because we're just going to be bound to talk about it at some point. But that's been it for this week. So thanks for listening. Until next time, Moonbeams, this has been the Witching Hour Podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.